joining me for another month here to talk about the Culips community update for June of 2025 is our Discord mod and study guide writer extraordinaire, Alina. Hey there, Alina. How's it going?
Hey Andrew, I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well as well. And Alina, we have two items on the docket, on the schedule for our conversation here today. We're going to introduce and tell everybody about the June challenge that will be happening over on our Discord server. And we're going to talk about plans for a Euro meetup happening in the summer. So if you are a Culips listener located in Europe, you're going to want to listen all the way to the end. And hey, even if you're not located in Europe and maybe you have some free time and want to travel to Europe, this could be a great opportunity. You could kill two birds with one stone. You could travel and go to the Culips meetup in Europe, but we'll share all of those details about that towards the end of this episode. But Alina, why don't we just jump right in and talk about the June challenge? Take the reins here and let us know what it's all about.
Sure. So, as you all guys know, listeners, it's something that you kind of help us decide. Thankfully, I always get a lot of ideas from you. So this was again a highly requested topic, and even though we did phrasal verbs, sorry, last year, I feel like you can never really cover them all anyway. So even if we did it every month for, another 5 years. So yes, this month we're going to cover some phrasal verbs and as usual, look deep into what they mean, how they're used, practice, of course, with the examples and stories. Again, you have an option of writing your sentences or recording a voice message. So the best part about this challenge is that all of these phrasal verbs have been covered in our Culips study guides, which means that you will have a very detailed explanation for each of them, plus two dialogues as well. As if you're a Culips member, you're familiar with the format of the study guide. So we are going to put them all together for you, so it's all very convenient, easy to use, just one file. And yeah, hopefully that, by the end of this challenge, you're going to master all these phrasal verbs and, use them in your everyday speech whenever you feel like they are appropriate. Yeah, that's the plan.
Awesome. I mean, learning vocabulary like this has two benefits, right? You're able to understand more. So when you're speaking with English speakers, when you're watching movies or listening to podcasts or audiobooks, that kind of thing, then suddenly you have new vocabulary unlocked. You're able to understand more, but also in your speaking as well, right? It's going to make you sound more natural. And phrasal verbs are something that, like you said, Alina, we hear from a lot of listeners who they want to know how to use phrasal verbs better and more naturally. And so I think this challenge will help with that. And how many do we have? I think there are.
I think 15. 15. Yeah, 15 days every other day, as always. You have 2 days to cover each if you want to, yeah, be up to date with the challenge. But yeah, 15 sounds doable. To be honest, not all of them are like extremely complicated. And the a bit of a tricky part maybe is that some of them do have more than one meaning, but that's the idea. Basically, the idea is that you also learn from one another. Maybe one of you is going to share one meaning, the other one is going to share, some additional meanings. And then in the end, by the time you read all the examples from all of your buds doing the challenge with you, you're going to be like, okay, now I know that this verb has 5 meanings or something like that. But as I said, since we covered them all in the study guide, of course, we're going to be mainly focused about maybe the meaning that was featured in the study guide. But if it's always a bonus if you discover an additional meaning. It's always good to know about these things when you focus on one verb that, like, you might, come across it and it might mean something completely different. That's good to know too.
Yeah, we can discuss that and learn and grow together. Yeah, I love that. And so I think often with English as well, or really learning any second language, but we'll talk about English today. It's always good to take two steps forward, one step back, is the expression, right? So you want to take those two steps forward. You always want to be moving forward, learning new things, exposing yourself to new things. but also take one step back and review. And so, since all of these phrasal verbs have been covered in Culips episodes before, and we're able to go back and review them, and maybe at that point you weren't ready to learn it and it kind of went over your head. But now we'll step back, we'll slow down, we'll review it, and then I think you'll be able to learn it really well. So I love this idea of discussing the phrasal verbs. And Alina, we should just tell quickly people maybe who are listening for the first time, who have been on the fence about doing the challenge. Maybe they haven't joined our Discord yet. They're not sure exactly how to do it. Guys, we'll put the link to our Discord server in the description for this episode. So you can just click the link, follow it, sign up, and it's free to join the Discord. It's free for everybody to participate in the challenge. No strings attached. You don't have to pay anything. Where everybody's welcome. And then once you join the server, you're going to want to look for the channel, which is called Monthly Challenge. That's right, Alina, Monthly Challenge channel.
Mhm.
Okay,
That's
good.
correct.
And Alina, you will post the first day. You will open the challenge when? It will be on June the 1st or 2nd.
Okay, let's do first, just because, time difference, different time zones, just, give everybody a bit of time to maybe first familiarize themselves with, the challenge.
So, guys, if you join the challenge and you're looking for it and it's like the first hour of the first day of the month and you don't see it, don't freak out. Don't worry. It's just we're all in different time zones around the world. So, Alina will post it as soon as it's the first of the month in her time zone. And then we can all get started.
And, if you have any questions, again, you can always ask them on Discord. But I feel like by this time, it's like, what, our sixth challenge? Official challenge that we've been announced. So, yeah, I don't think even last time anybody had any problem finding it. So, hopefully. But if you do, yeah, feel free to reach out, of course. We're here to help.
Yeah, send me a DM or Alina a DM and we'll definitely help you out. And Alina, I guess we're still recording at the end of May, so we don't know how many people finished the May challenge exactly. I'm so sad to say that I am not going to finish this month's challenge. I got crazy busy in my life and the wheels fell off the bus, but I have to regroup and I'm going to come back strong in June. So guys, I'll be doing the June challenge. I can't believe it. I failed the May challenge, but hey, that's life. Sometimes things get in the way and we just need to regroup and start again. So that's what I'm going to do for June. And I'll be looking forward to my June completion certificate to add to my collection. And yeah, Alina, are you going to do that again this month, making the certificate for the finishers?
Absolutely, of course. That's like my favorite part, to be honest, because by the end of the challenge, when I send all of these, people are like so happy. I get so much love back, in my DMs, like, oh my God, thank you. It's beautiful. So I love that part. Maybe it's my favorite part of the challenge. I'm not sure. Because, like, yeah, it's like, so rewarding. You know that, like, you've been working all month, and it feels just so good to be, like, acknowledging these efforts.
Yeah, yeah, probably for you and also for the people who finish the challenge, right? It
Hmm.
feels good to complete something difficult and to finish a challenge. So yeah, awesome. Okay. So, guys, yeah, please participate in the June challenge alongside me and alongside other great Culips community members, and we'll have a good time learning about phrasal verbs in June. Now, Lena, I think now we should probably talk about the Euro meetup, and I would love to join everyone for the first European Culips meetup. Never say never. Who knows? Maybe I can make it happen. But Alina, you will really be organizing it and taking the lead for doing it since you are located in Europe. Why don't you share the details and let us know what's going on for the summer European Culips meetup?
Sounds amazing. I love the title of it.
It's pretty
So, yeah,
long.
we've been, I feel like, thinking about it for such a long time, trying to figure out the best place. Because, like, there are many countries in Europe and a lot of different people suggested different ideas. But we kind of decided on doing it in Prague, in the capital of the Czech Republic. So hopefully now, it's going to be easy to travel for people who live in neighboring countries, or especially, if you live in the Czech Republic, like it's
Yeah.
perfect, I
Yeah.
guess.
If you live in
You
Prague,
are in
then
luck.
you're all set.
You don't need to travel much. But yeah, as you said, Andrew, hopefully maybe people who like don't live in Europe, I don't know, could be like, oh, that's a good, kind of a excuse for me to travel.
And hey, a lot of people visit Europe in the summer anyways, right?
That's
It's a
true.
popular travel destination. So maybe you'd be traveling anyways and just happen to be around Prague, then yeah, you could come and join the Culips meetup.
Yeah, that's why we're doing it in summer because again, a lot of people are on holidays, it's an easier kind of time to, travel and just take a little break. Even though the meetup is going to be happening on the weekend, just, so it's even easier to, squeeze it into your schedules. So it's going to be happening on, let me take a look. It's the last weekend of July, Saturday,
July the 26th, is that what I think?
26th. Yes,
Yeah,
that's correct.
July
July 26th.
26th, Saturday.
So, yes, right now that's the date we're looking at. And of course, there's still quite a bit of, organizational stuff to do there. But at least we have the date and hopefully we'll hear, back from you guys. And please let us know if you're, thinking that you could make it. It'll be amazing to kind of know more or less how many people to expect, stuff like that.
Yeah, so if somebody was interested in attending the meetup, how should they get in contact with you? Just send you a DM on Discord, or what, do you have some system set up? Should we make a Google form people could RSVP? What do you think would be best?
That sounds like a good idea. I mean, look, if we could just start with, yes, sending a DM or even like leave a comment for this episode on Discord. But I do love the idea, especially if we have like a lot of people, you never know. To be honest, we've never done that before. So no idea what's gonna, how it's gonna pan out. But yes, I do like the idea of the Google form, maybe even just to kind of, organize everything properly. But we'll see how it goes. We'll start with just comments and messages, especially, if you're like kind of still considering, not sure. But yeah, we'll see.
Okay, so guys, keep that date open. The end of July, July 26th, Saturday, Prague, Culips meetup. If you're interested, if you're in the area, and if you think you'd like to participate, then just send Alina a DM or the comments on the Discord as well. That would be great. And we just sort of need to gauge how much interest there is, right? If
Hmm.
there are a lot of people interested, then we'll have to plan a different way. If there are just a smaller amount of people, a smaller number of people interested, we'll have to plan a different way. So this is just our way to see how many people are interested, and then we can appropriately plan going forward from there. Yeah, good. So exciting. I'm gonna
Yeah,
really see if I can go.
that'd be
See if my
amazing.
wife will allow me to go. Be
It's a
awesome.
bit of a journey, all right. Look,
It's a bit of a journey, but sounds amazing. Prague in the summer.
I'm
Can't beat
sure,
it.
yeah, people would be
Yeah.
delighted. I mean, I would be delighted to meet you in person, of course, as well as everyone else, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Well, Alina, I think that pretty much brings us to the end of this month's rather, community update. Was there anything else that you wanted to share before we wrap up?
Yeah, I think we've covered everything. Just, kind of hoping to see a lot of people participate as always. I hope your guys are encouraged by the fact that Andrew's joining this time. So,
I'm
so
back.
should you.
I'm back. Yeah.
Back on the, yeah, in the saddle. So yeah, I hope to see you all there.
Okay. Well, guys, thank you so much for listening. Alina, thank you as always. And we'll see you on the Discord for the June challenge, everybody. Thank you again. Take care and bye bye.